Hello, I've knocked another one off the book a long list. I know the short list has now been announced, but I'm still going to read everything on the long list. I set myself this goal and I'm sticking to it. The Fortune Men by Nadifa Muhammad. This one I knew nothing about when I picked it up. I had no idea until I got to the end of the book that it is based on a true story. I had no idea. I just read it thinking it was a piece of fiction, but actually it's based on real events. So if you're like me and you have no idea that about the story that's behind this, I'm not going to give you any spoilers because I don't want to spoil it for you. Because I think if I'd have known the events that this is based on, I wouldn't have been so entranced by the story. But I knew nothing about it and I was just swept away. It's the story of Mahmoud Matan, who's a British Somali, and he came over to the UK. It's a story set in 1952 in Cardiff's Tiger Bay. So you've got the real melting pot of nationalities that were in Tiger Bay at that time. He's 28. He's married a Welsh girl that has got 3 small children. And he's a chancer. He's described as a petty thief, a smooth talker with an eye for a good game. He's one of the bad lads. You know, he's always sort of got little fingers in little pies. And because he married a Welsh girl, you've got the prejudice about interracial marriage. His own mother-in-law refers to him always as that man. And you get the impression that his wife married him just to... Yes, she loved him, she cared for him, but it also was a way of putting 2 fingers up at her parents and the life that the society at the time. The whole story is based on a shopkeeper is brutally murdered, and all eyes fall on him. He's a suspect. He's taken into custody. And it's the story of the case that's built up against him. He believes that British justice is the best in the world. That he's innocent, British justice will prove he's innocent. What he doesn't realise is that the feelings of the town against him, the prejudice, even from the police, will have a huge part to play in his trial. And it is a very moving story. He's a man whose life in Wales is shaped by almost the attitudes of the people around him. He talks about sort of shrinking so that he almost becomes invisible because he knows that he's going to get abuse either verbally or physical. And he's always aware that he's got to turn aside and not get involved in anything. It's a powerful story and it's really well told, and I really, really enjoyed it. And of course, as soon as I finished and knew it was based on fact, then I had to go onto Google and Wikipedia and find out the details about the case it is all based on. And what I didn't realise until I was doing all the research is that the author, who used to live in Hull, her father knew this guy. he knew Mahmoud Matan when he lived in Hull as well. So there is a sort of almost personal element to the story as well, because she's writing about somebody that her father knew. So that is The Fortune Men. Really, really powerful book, this one is. And I'm now on Great Circle, I think, by Maggie Shipstead. It's either Grand Circle or Great Circle. It's the next one on the Bookers. It's a huge book. And again, really enjoying that one. I will let you know about it when I've finished. So take care, happy reading, and